Okay, good morning. This morning we would like to talk about black pepper. When I first saw black pepper, well, I was at Gail's house and she was passing it around, and I didn't even want to smell it because I sneeze whenever I smell pepper. Then I just start sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. And I smelled the black pepper oil, and it didn't really even smell very much like the black pepper that comes out of a pepper shaker. So I thought, oh, and somebody else at the class and this was probably 6 years ago, 5 years ago, somebody else was really brave, and she put some in her glass of water, and she said, oh, that tastes really good. It doesn't taste like pepper. So I don't know, but so black pepper is native to India. The plant is a climbing vine that can grow up to 10 meters high. So this is what the vines look like when they're cultivating them. The stem of the black pepper plant grows into a plentiful green column as the many shoots grow from the stem begin to produce green almond-shaped leaves. Growing next to these luscious leaves are clustered flowers and the fruit of the plant, the peppers. And this picture, I love this picture because you can see that they start out green and they kind of turn to red, and then they turn to black. And once they're harvested, then this is what it looks like when they're steam distilling and getting the oil. The peppers or fruits are round and can grow to be approximately 6 millimeters in diameter. These fruits turn from green to red and are picked at various times of their ripening stages to produce varying types of peppers. In order to produce black peppers, these tiny and rotund fruits are typically picked when they are fully grown, shiny, and green. So I guess they pick them green and then let them dry to black. It is a great support for the digestive and nervous system. Hundreds of years ago, traders considered black pepper the king of spices. It was called black gold. It was one of the very first items of commerce between India and Europe. It was so valuable that entire expeditions were made in hopes of transporting more back to Europe as quickly as possible. Some people considered it sacred, and it was used as a form of currency. In some places, it was considered even more valuable than gold. Isn't that just that concept is so foreign to me? Well, trading in these little kernels. But isn't that interesting? Through history, the different value and things that people have placed on things. So black pepper is the oil of unmasking. Emotionally, black pepper is stimulating and is a good choice for inclusion in blends intended to help enhance alertness and stamina. Aromatically, black pepper essential oil helps people to examine themselves with clarity and honesty. It allows a person to take off his facade or mask, share his true thoughts and emotions, and promote emotional growth. It might help a person who is dealing with repressed memories or emotions, allowing them to dig deep into their past or present experiences. Black pepper also reignites the soul fire, fueling motivation and high energy and hastening the healing process. It gives an individual strength to overcome the challenges and issues they carry inside. It promotes self-awareness and personal integrity. You can diffuse or dilute 1 drop and rub over the heart center as desired for emotional support. I'm going to say this several times during this. Black pepper is a hot oil. So I would not rub it over your heart without diluting it, or else have your fractionated coconut oil handy to immediately dilute it if it starts to get warm. Because there again, some oils that are hot for some people aren't hot for others. But if I'm remembering right, I think that black pepper is hot for more people than not. And it was interesting. I was having a conversation with a friend last night, and it made me think about black pepper as I was reviewing my notes and remembering our conversation. that lots of times we have things that happen in situations and environments that we grow up in that cause certain feelings to exist that we're not aware of, that are just in our subconscious. And black pepper is one of those things that will help us unmask those, realize them, and bring them forward so you can deal with them. If you don't know something's happening, you can't really deal with it. But if you acknowledge that that a certain feeling, that certain thing that you were made to feel when you were young, if you realize it, then you can deal with it. And I know I've had different times in my life where lots of those issues have come up. So the things that we want to feel less of, the negative emotions that we sometimes deal with, are emotional dishonesty, repressed emotions, feeling trapped, prideful, and superficial. None of us have ever experienced any of those, I'm sure. If you want to feel more emotional honesty, authentic, courageous, motivated, self-aware, and integrity, black pepper is an oil that you should be aware of. Now, wanting to feel more of these does not necessarily say that it's going to be easy. But I love in here that the positive properties have emotional honesty, but also courageous. Because I think personally, to be emotionally honest takes a lot of courage. And so black pepper can help you with both of those things. Some of the top properties of black pepper are it's analgesic, anticatarrhal, which removes excess mucus, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, antispasmodic, antitoxic, an aphrodisiac, expectorant, laxative, rubefacient, which means it causes redness of your skin, a stimulant for your nervous, circulatory, and digestive system, and an antioxidant. In that same class 5 or 6 years ago, I just about started laughing when Gail said that black pepper was an aphrodisiac, because think of black pepper that you out of a pepper grinder, and think aphrodisiac. It just does not compute. And I just found that so interesting and funny. And I haven't tried it for that use, but that was an interesting property that I thought, well, you never can tell. So the primary benefits of black pepper are it can provide antioxidant and digestive support when used internally. It can also internally support healthy circulation. It's great for enhancing food flavor and has a soothing and satisfying aroma. So some of the ways, one of the chemical properties of black pepper is that it has a lot of pepperine, and that increases the potency of other oils. And so like I'm pretty sure it's turmeric. If you use the turmeric oil and black pepper together, it increases the effectiveness of the turmeric by 1,000%. Now, I don't know that it does that for all the oils, but it does, I'm sure it does it for more than just turmeric. So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Frankincense is one of an oil that does that also, is it increases the effectiveness of the other oils that it's used in combination with. And so that's something to keep back in the recesses of your mind. Hopefully not the dark recesses, but the recesses. So some of the ways to use it and some of the great things that it does is it is very supportive of your digestive system. It stimulates the whole digestive system from the salivary glands in the mouth to the large intestine, including promoting digestive juices like acids and biles into the stomach to facilitate digestion. It can safely be used as a spice for people who are on a bland diet or otherwise forbidden to have chili peppers. Black pepper is a delicious and healthy alternative. So black pepper doesn't come from a chili pepper at all. So that's something to keep in mind, because I know that there are quite a few people that have to be on a very bland diet, and that, that's boring. It can help with loss of appetite, nausea, diarrhea, constipation, and gas. Take internally, you can take it in a veggie cap or put it in some tea, or apply it topically to the abdomen, dilute it first. It can help remove gases and prohibit additional gas formation in the stomach and intestines. It can also help make your intestines and your digestive system unfriendly to unwelcome guests that are responsible for the formation of gas. This is an interesting thing that I hope none of us have to experience, but it's something again to keep in your mind. It can be supportive of elderly people who have problems swallowing. There was a study that found it was a risk-free way to stimulate the reflexes of the body that cause you to swallow. So that's something to just, keep in the back of your mind. It's great to add to meats, soups, entrees, and salads to enhance food flavor. Start with just 1 drop. You can always add more, but you can't take it out. It is an antibacterial, is one of its properties, and it doesn't have adverse side effects. So if you are struggling with unwanted gas in your mouth, colon, digestive system, and urinary tract, then black pepper is a good oil to use, because it will make your digestive system undesirable for these unwanted guests to live in. There are certain unpleasant things that will cause boils on your skin. Black pepper can help in that. It has been used for thousands of years for colds, flu, malaria, and cholera. It is an antispasmodic, so it can support good relief for cramps, muscle pulls, spasms, or convulsions. It is a diaphoric and diuretic. And I forgot to look up what diaphoric means. You 3 probably already know, but I know what diuretic means. Black pepper oil, when ingested, increases sweating and urination. Both of these properties play on an important role in the removal of toxins from the body, clearing the pores on the skin, and disinfecting the body. Sweating and urinating help eliminate extra water and fat from the body, thereby reducing weight, lowering blood pressure, making the body very relaxed. So that's definitely a good thing. An antioxidant. It protects the body from damage done by free radicals and oxidants, and helps repair, can be supportive of repairing damage that has already occurred. This I love. It delays. Gail, did you have a question?
I looked up diaphoretic. It means having the power to increase sweating.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So with, I love this in the category of being an antioxidant. It can delay adverse effects of aging, such as vision loss, macular degeneration, wrinkling of the skin, degeneration and loosening of muscles, loss of mobility in joints, nervous disorders, and memory loss. Do I need to start using this daily? I think so. So this is one of those things that it's a great reminder. This has been the great thing about doing these, is it's a great reminder for me about things that I'd forgotten. So when you have your blood tests, and I talked a little bit about this before we started the recording, then they lower certain, or they monitor certain levels in your blood. So researchers have found that supplementation with black pepper can help increase the good levels that you want in your blood and decrease the concentration of the bad stuff that you don't want in your blood, and that it can also help lower I guess the easy way to put it is there are things that are reflected on your blood tests that are good and bad, and black pepper can be supportive in your desire to get the good better and the bad to be less. It has antiviral properties, so that can always be good for the body. It eases feelings of anxiety and cigarette cravings. Black pepper may help reduce cravings for cigarettes and symptoms of anxiety in smokers deprived from smoking. It can also help suppress certain smoking withdrawal symptoms. So that if you've got someone who's trying to quit smoking, a black pepper might be something that can really help them. It can serve as an appetite stimulant. Most of us don't really need to have our appetite stimulated, but some people do, so that's something to do. If you know, when you take a nap and you wake up just kind of groggy, put black pepper in your diffuser, and it will help you get woken up and stimulated and transition you from kind of sleepy to ready to go mentality. It is very good in supporting proper circulation and helping increase the blood flow to your muscles and nerves. If you diffuse or apply 2 to 3 drops to your chest with Siberian fir, it's really helpful if you're helping you breathe more freely. With reducing cigarette cravings, diffuse or put 1 drop under the tongue and inhale. You can use it as a flavor to soups, stews, baked vegetables, salads, entrees. Use 1 to 2 drops. I'm going to send out a video by Desiree Mengendog. I'm going to send you the link that is really good, that talks about black pepper, and it's one that she did several years ago. Oils that blend well with black pepper are bergamot, clary sage, frankincense, geranium, lavender, clove, juniper berry, sandalwood, and cedarwood. And you know, lots of times it's just when you're diffusing, just pick some oils and try it. Cheryl, after our product spotlight last week, diffused thyme and said she loved it. So just try some of the things. Try diffusing black pepper and see how you like it. Now, with black pepper, it's got all the normal cautions about sensitive skin and pregnant and small children and everything else. It's got all of those, but there are some very important things to know. One is that it's a hot oil and it can cause irritation to sensitive mucous membranes. So that is good for when you're diffusing it. Cheryl, did you intend to raise your hand?
I did, but I'm not sure you want to record it.
Okay, well, when we'll do it when I get to the end, then I'll call on you again.
Okay.
Great. So if you're using it topically, it must be diluted. It is approved by the FDA for internal consumption, 1 drop per 4 ounces of beverage for adults. Not really for use with children under 6. and avoid before bedtime because it is stimulating. So you don't want to use it before bedtime. So I will also send, I've got bunches of recipes for you this week. For a muscle rub, a blend to summon inner strength. Doesn't that, I could use that at times. A get up and go diffuser blend. I've got a list of great combinations that you can try for diffuser blends that are motivating, energizing, quitting bad habits. I think I need to try that one. I've got a recipe for salad dressing, simple body scrub for gents, for the best mashed potatoes, and a whole page of diffuser blends. So black pepper it's one of the oils that we really don't talk about much, but I think that it's got so many benefits that we all need to pull our black peppers out and then start looking for ways and just consciously say, okay, I'm going to find a way to use black pepper every day this week or for 2 weeks or for however long. So I hope you will consider black pepper. I hope this has been helpful, and good luck.